I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another installment of what I'm calling Craptastic Crafting. That is where I take junk, turn into slightly better junk, using paint or IOD or other crafting supplies that I have on hand. Today, I've got a random assortment of things that I've thrifted, and we're going to attempt to make it Craptastic. This is easy, and anybody can do it with the right supplies. Speaking of supplies, anything that I've used in today's video, the DIY paint, the IOD, the air dry clay, you can get all of that on my website, junkdubhome.com. Link is in the description box below. Let's go.
I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
One of the easiest ways to make Craptastic crafts is to use IOD molds like I'm doing here with the old ice bucket that I found or this old tin. It's so easy. Just cast your molds either in resin or in clay. I use clay for the lion head and I used resin for the unicorns. It's just personal preference, and then paint them up and you've turned something that is quite ordinary into something that is really cool.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Could be 20 minutes.
I will say that this Metallic Accents by Rust-Oleum paint is some of my absolute favorite metallic paints, especially the sterling silver. It is perfect. I don't retail it, but I will put it in my Amazon storefront, and I will put the link in the description box below so you'll know where to get it.
Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you? I'm tired of sitting.
These look good, all shiny, but I need to dirty it up a little bit using the Dark and Decrepit liquid patina from DIY Paint because I've got patina on both that little box and on the old ice bucket. I kind of want it to match a little bit. So you'll see the difference there on the left is without the patina and on the right is with the patina. Just gives it this really nice, subtle hint of age. So why did I use clay for one and resin for the other? Here's the deal. I actually prefer using resin because I just think I get a little bit crisper of an impression. However, the ice bucket is round and I needed the casting to really conform to the shape of the ice bucket. And clay is great for that because you can really mold it to the space that you need it to go. With the unicorn project, it's just flat. And so I used resin for that because I'm just gluing flat surface onto flat surface.
So tell me, what can I do? Do I tiptoe around to pick up a broom? Can we sweep up this mess, or did we make a minefield out of our dress? Do you feel?
When I'm working with resin, I like to have a bunch of molds out and just cast a whole bunch of stuff all at one time. And then I have a whole stash of castings that I can use for different projects. So I had a leftover unicorn and I had some leftover pieces from the vintage brooches mold, and I made a couple more things with those.
Open air.
I really had my heart set on putting that unicorn on an old paintbrush that I had thrifted, but it really wasn't working out. And then I spied in my garage a whole stash of driftwood that I had picked up somewhere. And so I thought that was a great alternative. And apparently somebody else liked this project too, because I ended up selling it in my retail space in downtown Noblesville, Indiana.
Summer love. Remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back.
This is perhaps the easiest project. This is a casting from the Wild Berries mold. I somehow don't have footage of me painting it, but just know that I hand painted all of that using DIY paint and then simply just glued it onto a thrifted tissue box that I found. I did forget to top coat it before I glued it on. I would have ideally top coated it and then glued it onto the box, but realized after I glued it that I forgot to top coat it, so that was me putting some top coat on.
That you've seen all the colors. Summer love. Memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors.
I like to pick up these little wood projects because they really are super easy and super cute, and it's really not a huge commitment, and it gives you the opportunity to play around with different things. This is a little napkin holder, and I'm using a page from the Ditzy Blooms paint inlay from IOD to create some background on that.
Losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view. Sleeping in the air.
Somehow I failed to capture me casting or painting the casting that's going to go on there, so instead, please enjoy me riding my dad's lawnmower in a dress.
That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioning.
For this next project, I chose two coordinating pages from the Ditzy Blooms paint inlay. What I love about this inlay is that all of the pages kind of work together. So even though they're different, there's continuity of color and theme. So you can pick any two pages and they are going to go well together.
In my heart is a waterfall.
I do have an entire playlist of projects that I have done using paint inlays from IOD. I will put a link to that playlist in the description box below if you're curious. I will say the best part about the paint inlays is the outcome. They really are quite easy to use once you get the hang of them, and I just love them.
Those and poison arrows. In my heart is a waterfall of silver linings and dirty laundry and bedtime pain. In my heart.
It's like magic every time, and so satisfying to pull back the carrier sheet for the paint inlay and look at the amazing design that is left behind embedded into your paint. It is important to seal your paint inlay gently at first because you can reactivate that paint. So I just use I like to use a spray-on varnish. It's just a setting spray and it kind of sets the pigment, and so I don't end up smearing it when I do use a brush-on top coat.
Waterfall, open spaces, burning pages and sunlit meadows. In my heart is a waterfall of secret highways and silver.
I do have just a couple more Craptastic projects that I would like to show you. When I've taken ordinary things found at the thrift store and through the magic of paint and IOD transformed them into something that is kind of unique.
Catch me for fun. Catch me for fun. My heart is a waterfall. Catch me for fun. Catch me for fun. In my heart.
This quirky little project is near and dear to my heart. I have started working on some assemblage art pieces, and they are quirky and they are weird, but I love being able to take the things that I've learned, like the paint inlays and casting molds, and put all of these things together to create something that is completely weird and completely unique and just very me. Okay, my friends, that is all I have for you today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you when I see you.